striker gets roller. Yeah. And Halos. Just wait till Sunday night. Yeah. Just wait till tomorrow again. It's honestly a good way to end. Yeah. Last year we ended with it was Richmond, St. Joe's, and I called that one by myself. It was actually such a sick game. It went into overtime. Yeah, it was. I think the first ever game I did play-by-play was Maryland, Delaware. Oh man, this sheet specifically is a lot of memories. First ever high school game. First ever high school game. His shot on the post and the slot on that side. Yeah. It sticks with you. Freshman season was like my first ever shift. I got a shot in the slot. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for Delaware and Virginia Tech, our third game of the day here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We just finished up Maryland and UNC, which was an incredible game. Maryland clawed back to force overtime. UNC took it 5-4 in the extra session. And earlier today, it was Penn State and Rowan. Penn State came back from down 4-0, went on to win that game. We've seen it all today, Andy. Yeah, we've called a couple of really good ones so far today. Let's end it out with a nice one here between the Hokies and the Blue Hens. Let's do it. Game number 3 from our coverage underway as Cam Kazai pokes this one forward. He'll send this to the point. It's Kevin McAfee. He's going to shoot one off a skate. Goes right near the crease. The net comes off. Quick whistle already. That's Hooper, Joe Hooper in goal for the Blue Hens. Kicks the net off there. Shot from McAfee, looking for a deflection in front from Peduzzi. Can't quite get the stick on it, but forces Hooper into his own goal. It'll get an offensive zone draw for Tech right here. So it is Hooper in net for Delaware, and it is Shane Cook in net for Virginia Tech. This one is played behind the goal. Cam Kazai there takes a hit from Flaherty. This is sent to the point, McAfee. He'll give it to his defensive partner for a shot that was Legis, and we have a penalty upcoming. Cross-check called by the trail official. It looks like they're going to take Delaware off here, and Virginia Tech's going to get a power play early in this one. A quick power play for Virginia Tech, and we saw this Virginia Tech power play in full display last weekend when the Terps headed to Roanoke, and it is a lethal one.
I was about to say, lethal is the easiest way to put it. They took off Patrick Flaherty for the cross-check behind the net there. And this Virginia Tech power play runs through Gavin Peduzzi. That guy was all over it for the Hokies when we were playing him last week, him and J.H. Legis.
The all-time leading point scorer for the Virginia Tech Hokies gives to Cam Kazai, and he rockets that one over the net.
That was a really good look for Cam Kazai. Peduzzi hits it over to Legis on the left side. They leave Cam Kazai uncovered on the right circle. Blasts a one-timer just over the head of Joe Hooper.
This is Legis now moving down the wall. Legis trying to go behind the net, and that'll be swept up and out that time by Nick Lawson.
Yeah, this Virginia Tech power play, not a lot like the ones that we've seen so far today, Andrew. From what I recall last week, they don't go for these old deflections, trying to fool the goalie plays in front of the net. They just go for classic cross-crease passing and blasting one-timers. So we'll see if Delaware catches on to that early and tries to prevent those circle-circle passes.
This is Matthew Tulo now moving in. He's going to go behind the net and look for options. Tulo turns away from Engelman. He'll go down low with it. That is Austin Hearn to the point. Peduzzi, a shot saved by Hooper.
Good
right
one.
Back to Peduzzi.
Really good one-timer for Peduzzi right there. Could have had a deflection opportunity in front.
What a save with the shoulder. Joe Hooper, excuse me. Welcome to the game. And a big stop there to keep the Hokies off the board.
Yeah, that one on Dom Fantozzi right in front of the net. Fantozzi left all alone on that rebound opportunity. Rips a snapshot off the blocker of Joe Hooper. Welcome to the game for big number 33 for the Blue Hens.
This is Greco and Stewart on the draw. It is won by Stewart back to the point. It's Rice. He's going to shoot one off a stick and up into the ceiling, and that is out of play.
That was way out of play. That thing cleared the scoreboard here in the St. James.
That's tough to do.
Yeah, that's a ways up, actually, now that I'm looking at it. We're still probably 20 feet below it, and
honestly,
we're on the upper level.
And behind us, Ryder and UNC Wilmington getting ready to go. This draw is one back to the point. It's Rice. Gives for Tulo. Now Stewart. Got Hearn going to the net. Stewart going to turn away from pressure. To the point now, Rice. And this side, Sullivan. Now to Hearn. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan shoots one all through a screen, and Joe Hooper found it.
Looking for a tip from Matthew Tulo, potentially providing a really good screen on that little wrist shot from Max Sullivan. Super productive power play so far for the Hokies. They're getting the looks that they want. They've had two really good one-timers, one from Gavin Peduzzi and the other from Cam Kazai, and then obviously that chance in tight for Dom Fantozzi. But Joe Hooper is 5 for 5 already to start this one for Delaware.
This will be taken out by DeMasters. He'll go in behind the net. He hits the boards hard. He gets right back up. Tulo. Out to center, Austin Hearn. He's got Stewart with him. Tries to give it there. Good poke check that time by Adam Getz.
Really was, and now that'll spark a little breakout here for the Blue Hens as they
Looking
get Flaherty out of the box.
That was Vecchio looking for that pass to the front. DeMasters will throw it in deep. After it is Stewart, and he's got Mahalios on him. It's flown for this side. It's Rice. He'll swing it around the other side. Kept in by Buckman. And this will be played out by Tulo back into the Blue Hen end.
Good, really good early opportunities for Virginia Tech on that power play. They're picking up right where they left off in that weekend series against Maryland last week. A lot of really good puck movement, setting up screens in front, getting those hard one-timers from the circles and the point. No goals, but they got 5 shots on against Joe Hooper in that man advantage.
Here comes Delaware. Vecchio to the front, trying to find DeMasters. Trying to smack that out of midair, and it goes to the corner. They battle for it there. It comes to the point now. Buckman will play it in deep. DeMasters hopping on the ice is Stam. Played right to the front, and that will be swallowed up by Shane Cook.
Shane Cook with the cover right there. He's backstopping the Hokies today, and Virginia Tech coming into this game on an 11-game winning streak, Andrew.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Maryland gave them a run for their money in that Saturday game last week, but the Hokies pulled through in the end in that 8-5 victory. But, wow, this Hokies team, they play fast, they play hard, and they are just winning and winning.
They are a tough team to play, and the Blue Hens are going to have a tall task on their hands here today at the St. James. Delaware trying to move out of their own end. It'll be Sharp near side. Blue Hens in white and blue. Virginia Tech in their signature burgundy and orange. Back for Kevin McAfee. He'll go across to J.H. Legis, a shifty defenseman. McAfee. He'll move it up now. That is Sang putting it in. And back to the point for Legis. On his backhand, that gets in deep. Campbell right to the middle, but it'll be taken the other way by Stan, but he turns it over. Legis, and he gives it right back to Delaware, and back the other way comes Kramer.
Good takeaway by Legis right there. Just lost the handle at the top of the offensive zone. He was coming in to try and get a high blocker shot on Joe Hooper.
McAfee sends it far side for Arthur Sang. Sang will enter the offensive zone and leave it for Cam Kazai. Cam Kazai trying to flip it in deep. That was intercepted by Olensky. And back for it goes Mielkarek. CJ Mielkarek will play it far side.
Turnover.
Turnover, look out. This comes right in on Hooper. And a backhand shot by Peduzzi goes over the net.
Peduzzi with a nice opportunity in tight right there off the turnover. Joe Hooper squeezing that post, forcing Peduzzi to try and go high on the short side, ends up chipping it over the net.
This will be skated out by Virginia Tech. It's Cam Kazai far side. Kazai will put it on net. Peduzzi the backhand right to the front. And he had a defenseman going right to the net. That was Garlock, a forward. Here's Brian Rice back in his own end. He'll give to Sullivan. And a quick up for Ethan Garlock. A backhand pass across the ice. Cam Kazai. Peduzzi scores! What a shot and what a passing play by Virginia Tech. They are on the board first.
Great passing there between Cam Kazai and Gavin Peduzzi. Kazai takes it down low behind Hooper's net. Gavin Peduzzi slips between the Blue Hen defenders. Nobody was around him. Gets that one-time opportunity from Cam Kazai and roofs it over the glove of Joe Hooper. 1-0 Hokies early in this one.
It was that backhand pass from this near blue line all the way to the other side of the ice. Cam Kazai finds Gavin Peduzzi, and I don't know how many times that's been said this year, but it keeps on going.
Yeah, you and I said it at least 3 or 4 times last week.
Oh, easy. And Gavin Peduzzi continuing to add to his record point total. And now is Flom for Delaware. Kramer battling for it. Davidovitz in the corner trying to battle for the puck. It comes to the point. It's kept in by Buckman. And Virginia Tech can't move out. It's turned over. Near side Greco. He's going to shoot one and a save by Cook.
First real test of the day for Shane Cook right there. Shot from the point on Shane Cook from Greco. Little wrist shot from the left side. Shane Cook swallows it up with his glove hand. Set up a defensive zone draw for Virginia Tech right here. It'll be to Cook's right.
Shots are currently 7-2 in favor of Virginia Tech. This is going to be Flom and Stewart on the draw. It'll be won by Flom, but just barely. And now Austin Hearn moves into it for Virginia Tech, and it's Legis. Legis trying to cut through a couple. It comes to Stewart. Stewart will put it towards the net, tipped wide by Austin Hearn.
Good deflection there by Hearn. He was trying to get it back over the blocker side of Joe Hooper right there. Just got a little bit too much of it in the wrong direction.
And Hearn hits the ice. No penalty call there. This is flipped out to center. It's a race for it. Kramer and Legis. Legis gets there first. Hearn at center. Tips it right for Greco, and right back to Hearn it goes. Austin Hearn enters the zone. Drags and shoots. It was blocked wide of Hooper. Far side, that is Lawson battling with Andrew. And Kevin McAfee will keep it in. That's tipped just wide of the net. That time Fantozzi. Boy, that was a funny bounce.
Yeah, Dom Fantozzi cruising in the slot right there, getting a deflection off the shot from Kevin McAfee. And that one definitely would have beat Joe Hooper if it stayed on goal. Great deflection from Fantozzi right there.
Moving out with it now is Dimitri Mihalios. What a name. Oh, my goodness.
That's a hockey name if I've ever heard it.
And he was trying to do something as pretty as his name on the ice. This one is poked away from Virginia Tech.
Broken
and far
stick
side,
in the corner.
It's Kevin McAfee without a stick. And that's a few $100 down the drain.
Yeah, let's see if I can get a better look at it. Oh, that looks like a...
Yeesh.
Yeah, that's an expensive one.
Yeah, I hate to see that for Kevin McAfee. It's all right. I never had to worry about breaking sticks. I was never strong enough to break a stick, so.
I don't think I ever broke a stick in game. I broke a stick during a practice once.
I never even did. I was such a little guy.
That makes two of us, Andrew.
On the backhand, Campbell puts it out to center. Skating towards it now is Gordon. This comes back for Max Sullivan. He'll go rink wide with it. Campbell. A one-hand pass to Gordon. Gordon with it. Into the middle, Sang. Can't get a clean shot off. Emil Carrick behind the net. Ethan Sharp there as well. Gordon moves in to help. Gordon with the puck, turns out and shoots. Rebound just goes wide. Campbell Hooper is out of the net, and that one goes right through the crease. Right back on net, and it's swept away from danger, that time by Sharp. And they score! Oh my goodness! Chance after chance for Virginia Tech, and finally they put one past Hooper, and it's 2-0.
That was Tyler Gordon with the deflection in tight off the initial shot from the point from Marshall Campbell. Great job there by the Hokies. They had a flurry of opportunities in there on Joe Hooper, ripping shot after shot from all sides of the ice in the offensive zone. They finally get him to move enough, and it is Gordon who pots the second one of the day for the Hokies. It's 2-0 Virginia Tech, 11:58 to go here in the first.
So a hot start for Virginia Tech, controlling every bit of the play so far.
Yep, out shooting the Blue Hens 8-2 here at the St. James. And Andrew, with this one being our first game on this specific sheet of ice, I'd be remiss not to say the amount of memories associated with this place for me.
It's always awesome getting to go back to rinks where you grew up at and seeing those plays. So many memories involved with it, I'm sure. You're going through all of them in your head right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Cam Kazai behind the end line. Ethan Garlock battling there. That time with Olensky, it comes to the point. It goes across. It's Kellogg who shoots one, and that deflects up into the netting about a play.
Yes, even though I broadcast for the Maryland Hockey Network, I am a Northern Virginia kid. I grew up in this area, and this specific sheet of ice was the one where I played my first high school hockey game, the end where Shane Cook is standing right now. My freshman year, I think it was my second shift out there, I shot a shot off the post, and I was so mad at myself that I didn't score in my first game.
That's tough. Behind his net now. This is Lipinski, and he's going to move out with it. Assistant captain Sean Lipinski. It'll be poked in deeper that time by McManus. And now Garlock for Virginia Tech. Lipinski trying to poke it away. It goes behind Hooper. Cam Kazai's the first one there. Kazai going to reverse it. Gavin Peduzzi trying to cut to the middle. He steals it just for a second, and it's swept out to center by Delaware.
Yeah, Hokies all over the Blue Hens early in this one. They're winning the possession battles in the corners. They're playing more physical. They're getting lots of shots in on Joe Hooper. Shane Cook has only had to face 2 so far, and neither of them were super high danger opportunities for Delaware.
Matthew Tulo far side. He's going to muscle it out to center. Now Stewart going to give it back to his defenseman. It's Legis. And across for McAfee. Brand new stick for him. And at center, Greco intercepts. He'll go to Kramer. Flom going towards it, and he gives it there, and it goes right in on Cook, and he covers.
Flom with the deflection in tight, working against Kevin McAfee on that one. Shane Cook swallows it up with the glove. So we will get a defensive zone draw for the Hokies right here. It'll be to Shane Cook's left. Flom will take the draw for Delaware.
It is won by Stewart. Legis behind his own net. He's going to take his time. Makes a pass to Tulo. He'll put it off the wall. Will it get out? Yes. Flom will spin it right back in, and Kevin McAfee's got it. McAfee off the wall. It does get out to center. Back for it was Getz. And a big hit right in front of us. Matthew Tulo, bodies piling up. Oh, my goodness.
And Flom did not take kindly to that one. He came in and delivered a hit on Austin Hearn afterwards.
As Kramer going towards the goal, he couldn't get a clean shot off. As Legis came back to make the defensive play. And look out here. Here comes J.H. Legis. Such a smooth skater. Legis to the middle, trying to find Hearn.
That's got to be interference against the Blue Hens, and yep, it's going to be.
That's
Shane
exactly
Cook to the bench, 6-on-5 for the Hokies.
Legis, delayed penalty. Andrew looking back for Legis, and it is touched up by Lawson. So Virginia Tech back to the power play. Interference is the call, and this dangerous power play unit will get back to work.
Yeah, that's an easy call for the officials. That was Emil Carrick who broke up that 3-on-2 play that was developing for the Hokies. In that situation, you're probably going to give up a goal if you don't take the penalty. So if you're Emil Carrick, It's worth it to take your chances on the penalty kill
Yeah.
and just break up that play with a little interference in front of the net.
You take that one. So Emil Carrick to the box for 2 minutes. Interference is the call. 9.5 minutes to go here in period one. Cook out to play it. He sweeps it around for Legas, and Legas will push it to open ice. Peduzzi to Cam Kazai, the reigning Rookie of the Year in the ACC. Kazai, he's going to go around the net and wraps. Beauty! Cam Kazai, do it yourself, why don't you? And it's 3-0 Virginia Tech.
I'm at a loss for words right now. What a goal from Cam Kazai, going coast to coast all on his own. Comes in on the left side, takes it all the way around the circle, goes behind the net. Joe Hooper's waiting for him to pass it to somebody else, so he leaves the wraparound chance wide open. Cam Kazai scores on the wrap. Joe Hooper standing in his own goal. Can't believe it. It's 3-0 Hokies just over 10 minutes into the first period. A power play strike there. What a beautiful goal.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting stuff from Cam Kazai. As I mentioned, the reigning Rookie of the Year, reigning Freshman of the Year, I should say, and now a sophomore. He's doing it all over again.
And Virginia Tech's not taking their foot off the gas with this 3-0 lead. That was some heavy checking from Gordon in the offensive zone to take away possession from the Blue Hens.
And Virginia Tech entering last weekend against Maryland, averaging 6.5 goals per game, and they are certainly on pace to do that here tonight.
Well, I would say, knowing the scores in those two Maryland games, that average went up after those two games.
It did. And right back in come the Hokies. Campbell trying to push it to the front.
That's
and
going to be another penalty on the Blue Hens.
And the Blue Hens hurting themselves.
Oh, and that's going to be 5. That might end up being a 5-on-3. That was another late hit.
This one is shot towards the net by Rice. Hooper made the initial stop. Virginia Tech still has possession.
Good save by Joe Hooper right there, getting his blocker on it, but the Blue Hens really need to touch up. They're tired out there, and they finally do.
And they get the whistle, so we'll see what the penalty call or calls is.
Yeah, they're definitely going to get Vecchio for 1. We'll see if they give him a second for that little shove after the play. And it looks like they're just going to call the initial hook, nothing for the rough afterwards.
And so this power play goes right back to work, as they are 2 for 2 already on the night.
Yeah, 2 for 2 with, I believe, 4 total shots on goal on the power play so far for Virginia Tech. They have dominated play up to this point. And let's see if they go for that one-timer again.
Near side, it's Austin Hearn. They start with this second unit. Stewart to Hearn. To the point now, Sullivan. He's going to shoot one quickly. Rebound. Good save by Hooper. And they clear it away just for the moment.
They had a pair of them right there. Joe Hooper stonewalling Stewart in front. Good job by number 33, standing his ground in tight.
Brian Rice, far side. He's going to go near side with it. Good job to break up that pass. It was very alley that time. And back to the point, it's Sullivan. Backhand pass to Hearn. He's going to move towards the net. Backhand pass across. Oh, good save by Hooper. Wow.
Great stop by Hooper right there, moving from left to right. Absolutely robbing Brian Rice on that one-timer. I said it during the play. That was a beautiful saucer pass from Austin Hearn to get it across to Rice.
That was nice.
Yeah. He may have telegraphed it a little bit too much, though, because Hooper was already moving before that pass was thrown. Great stop by big number 33.
7.5 minutes remaining here in period one. Still about 1:15 to go on the power play. Cam Kazai trying to rip a one-timer. He whiffed on it.
He had the open net, too. Just couldn't quite get all that shot. He probably would have had a goal if he catches that one cleanly.
And a turnover in the offensive zone for Virginia Tech. Peduzzi back at center. He'll give to Legas, and they will regroup. Cam Kazai. He'll give it to the middle this time. It's Garlock. Now Peduzzi and right across for Legas. Legas, a shot that was tipped in front Fantozzi, and it goes over the net.
Fantozzi already has 1 goal tonight. Almost got a second one right there. Beautiful deflection off the shot from J.H. Legas. Here it comes again.
Legas, a absolute bomb. And that one is caught by Hooper.
Hooper swallows that one up, moving to his right yet again. Virginia Tech has got this power play rolling the way they want to. Came into this attempt 2 for 2 already. And on this one, they haven't scored yet, but boy, have they had their opportunities. They're getting those one-time looks that they want.
Peduzzi just going to play it in deep with 40 seconds left on the power play. Delaware trying to get it out, trying to stay alive in this game. They battle on the far wall. This will be lifted up and out. Good play that time by Delaware.
Yeah, Andrew, I think we should have been prepared for this change of pace. This is the no defense sheet of ice.
Yeah,
we've
true.
been joking around all day.
True. The first game we saw on this ice, ECU had, or they gave up Only 5 goals on
72 shots.
72 shots.
And they only lost 5-2.
Unbelievable. St. Joseph's had 72 shots. And then the last game here, just before this one, was Virginia-Elon. And Virginia put 13, 14 up on the board?
Yeah, they had 13 goals on 36 shots.
Unbelievable. So scoring is the name of the game here on the South Rink at the St. James. And off this faceoff, that swept just wide. That time it was Stam. And back comes Virginia Tech, running out of time on this power play. It'll be dumped in by Peduzzi. Tulo gets there first. Final 5 seconds of the power play. Fantozzi pushes it further. Peduzzi trying to reverse it. And Delaware does kill off the penalty.
First kill of the day for the Blue Hens. Although Virginia Tech was still definitely getting their looks. Joe Hooper, best penalty killer on the ice. And that was a crazy bounce right to Shane Cook.
Goodness. So Shane Cook had to be ready for that one as that puck bounced up into the air, and he caught it with the glove.
Yeah, I'm sure he's taking a big sigh of relief after that one. That puck just takes an aggressive bounce. That should be an easy one that he just pads with his stick behind the goal. Instead, it takes a crazy bounce in front. He has to grab it with his glove, immediately springing back up to his skates. Good recovery by big number 30 for the Hokies.
Virginia Tech trying to move it out. Dean Hearn will give it to Kellogg. Now Stewart. I assume that was Tulo. Now to Stewart. And Kramer intercepts at center, but gives it right to Dean Hearn, brother of Austin Hearn. And it's Emil Carrick. Trying to get it back, but it was intercepted by Austin Hearn. Emil Carrick. Now to Sharp. And he gives to Stam, who will flip it out to center. It's Kellogg. Stopped at center by Getz, and moving up is Kellogg. He'll float it in, and a wholesale change for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they needed it. That was a tired unit out there. They were still keeping a few of those skaters from that power play opportunity on the ice, trying to finish off what they started.
And look out here, Virginia Tech in. Campbell to the front. It was Gordon going there. It just goes over his stick. Sullivan right back to the front, and Campbell on the deflection that time, stopped by Hooper.
Beautiful deflection by Campbell right there off the shot from Sullivan right after one for Tyler Gordon in close. Hokies completely in control in this one, outshooting the Blue Hens 13-3 with 4:45 to go in the first period.
Mihalios, he'll go across, giving it to his teammate Getz. He had to race there. And look out, another turnover. Campbell. And now Emil Carrick has it for Delaware, and they'll move out to center. This is Mihalios trying to go wide around a defender. He'll put it towards the net. It was stopped before it ever got there by Sullivan, and back comes Virginia Tech. Campbell doesn't have much help. He'll just fire it on net. Good pad stop there by Hooper.
Yeah, Hooper's going to take those pad stops all day. He's had a lot of high danger chances already. I'm sure he's thankful to get something like that on his resume.
Vecchio will dump this in. Rice is the first one there. He's got Engelman on him. It is taken now by DeMasters. He's behind the net. This is rimmed around near side. Vecchio keeps. In deep for Mihalios. Vecchio trying to move up into it, and it is Dom Fantozzi for Virginia Tech. Now Ewan Andrew gets caught up in the linesman's skates.
That should be offside.
And it will be offside.
Yeah, a little bit of an unlucky play for Andrew right there, trying to break into the play early. Gets caught up in the linesman's skates right there. Not a lot you can do on that one. Forces the offside.
So a neutral ice face-off right in front of the Delaware bench. Peduzzi and Quinn on the draw. This comes right back to Peduzzi. He's going to fire it on net. And a glove stop by Joe Hooper with 3.5 minutes to go.
Joe Hooper looking like a shortstop on that one, doing a little dive out to his left side, making an athletic snag out of thin air. Looked like a line drive coming in.
Face off to the left of Hooper. It is won by Delaware. Lipinski trying to get it out. They still battle along the near wall. And finally, it will be lifted out by Olensky. And now it's J.H. Legis for Virginia Tech. He enters the zone. Trying to get around Flaherty. Legis is met by 2 defenders. Kazai behind the net. He gives to Legis. Legis right to the front. It was tipped on net that time by Garlock. Stopped by Hooper.
Nice deflection there by Garlock off the shot from Legis. Virginia Tech just They've executed their offensive zone possessions perfectly. Legas with a shot right here, blocked in front by Delaware.
Big block there. That time it was Owen McManus. McManus now after the puck. He's got it. He tries to cycle it for a teammate, but Kevin McAfee was in the way. And Emil Carrick loses it at center. Look out. Here comes Garlock. At the end of a shift, Garlock trying to cut to the front. Can't get a shot off. He does. Rebound sits there. Still they shoot at it. Where is it? It goes behind the net. Peduzzi. Oh, my goodness.
That one was loose for a while. Tulo and Legas had golden opportunities along with Peduzzi. All three of them had great chances in front of Joe Hooper, who's up to 15 saves already in this first period.
18 shots for the Hokies in period one, and there's still 2 minutes left. This is played near side. Austin Hearn. He's got Stewart with him. He'll give there. Stewart will go behind the net for it. He stops up, trying to play it to the front. Austin to his brother Dean. Dean Hearn. Austin Hearn. Right to the front. No one was there.
I think they were waiting for Tulo to go down low right there. Just nobody home on the pass from Hearn.
Davidovitz a shot. That was blocked. I believe Emil Carrick on the block that time. Right to the front. There's a shot. Rebound. Tulo can't put it towards the net.
Tulo couldn't quite get a clean shot off there. He was forced to his backhand, had an empty net as Joe Hooper was still trying to recover off that shot from Hearn. Good opportunity for number 11 in the Burgundy.
Matthew Tulo will throw it right back in deep. 1:25 to go in period one. Score is 3-0 in favor of Virginia Tech. At center, it's Flom. He'll enter the zone for Delaware. Flom going wide around Davidovitz, right to the front. He had Greco going there. Another chance and a save by Cook, that time on Lawson.
Great opportunity for Lawson in the slot right there, and he gets another one. A diving save for Shane Cook. Lawson ripped that one from just below the faceoff dot on the left side.
Here comes Virginia Tech. Andrew trying to play it to the middle. Kicked right on goal, and two big stops from Joe Hooper.
Joe Hooper with a pair of stops right there after Shane Cook made some good ones for Virginia Tech. Joe Hooper decides he won't get shown up. Ewan Andrew came in alone, had a pair of quality opportunities in tight on Hooper.
And turnovers continuing for Delaware. There was another one. Final 35 seconds of the period.
Yeah, the Blue Hens just have not been able to exit their defensive zone cleanly, leading to all these opportunities for Virginia Tech in this first period.
Greco, it'll be sticked aside by Shane Cook. Final 20 seconds of the period. In deep, it's Max Sullivan behind his own goal. He's got pressure from Sharp, and now on the backhand, this will be put into the Virginia Tech bench. 12 seconds on the clock.
I'm glad this first period's coming to an end. I definitely need my voice needs a break in a minute, Andrew.
I know, I need some water. Like we said, this is our third game of the day. We have 3 more tomorrow starting at 2:15 with Virginia Tech and Rowan. And then it'll be, there's a couple more games tomorrow. I forget which ones. But 3 tomorrow, 4 on Sunday, a total of 10 on the weekend. We're getting busy here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Max Sullivan back for it, and that will do it for period number 1. It's all Virginia Tech Hokies so far in this one. They lead 3-0. We will see you for the second period. We are set for period number 2 between the Hokies and the Blue Hens here at the St. James in Springfield, Virginia. Andrew Rich joined by Andy Parr, and we are ready to go. It was all Virginia Tech in that first period, and that is an understatement. The score is 3-0, and the shots are 18-5 after 1 period of play.
Yeah, put simply, Virginia Tech was just by far the better team on the ice in that first period. If Delaware wants to get back into this game, they have to have made some adjustments on their zone exits. Every time they tried to get out of the defensive zone, it resulted in a neutral zone turnover or a big check from Virginia to continue that pressure on Joe Hooper and the Delaware defense. They've got to play a lot more physical in this second period if they want to get back into this game. Play with that physicality to try and wipe out that turnover ability that the Hokies were so good at forcing in that first.
And honestly, if not for Hooper, this could be a 5-6-0 game at this point.
Oh, yeah, he was incredible in that first period. All 3 goals from Virginia Tech were great plays by either passing or that Cam Kazai goal that left
beautiful.
you and I speechless.
Yeah, I looked over you. I just saw your mouth open. So now Delaware will start up from their own end. Ethan Sharp behind the net. He will give it to Lipinski, but he turns it over, and Virginia Tech pushes it in further. Right to the front, looking for it. Garlock was Kazai. And Sharp trying to get it out, but it comes right to Garlock, looking for Kazai in front.
Yep, same problem that Delaware had in the first period. They just cannot get a clean exit out of the defensive zone. Sharp with possession of the puck right there, tried to get it out and ended up just turning it over. Another shot for the Hokies right there. One of the easier ones that Joe Hooper's faced today, just swallowing that up with his catching glove.
Yeah.
But nothing's come easy for the Delaware so far in this one.
Face off to the left of Hooper. It's Stewart on the draw for Virginia Tech. He wins that one. It was against Mihalios. This is DeMasters. He's going to put it off the wall but can't get it out. And now Dimitri Mihalios for Engelman. And now Vecchio, they will get it out. Near side, it's DeMasters. Mihalios going to the net. DeMasters turns away from pressure. To the point, it's kept in by Buckman. And now Tulo will move out to center for the Hokies. Mihalios. He'll go far side with it. It's Vecchio. Vecchio to the middle, and a big hit laid by Brian Rice on Vecchio.
Brian Rice using his body right there, breaking up that opportunity for Vecchio. Number 10 in white was trying to get in alone on Shane Cook, and there was a little bit of physicality in center ice. Vecchio getting in on Brian Rice right there, as was Mihalios, as that one will be swallowed up by Joe Hooper.
It was Matthew Tulo on the shot. And it was Mihalios who went back after Brian Rice, who laid that hit on Vecchio. He did not take too kindly to that one, so Hooper makes the stop, and we will get a face-off to his right.
Yeah, that one could probably be attributed to emotions starting to boil over for Delaware in this one, now being outshot 20-5, down 3-0 to this Hokies team, and they just really haven't had anything going offensively or defensively. They finally had a glimmer of hope with that opportunity for Vecchio that Rice broke up, and that was a big hit at center.
Yeah, that time Kubi took the brunt of it. And a battle right in front of us near side. Andrew trying to move it along. Here is Andrew. He'll throw it in deep cross corner. Chris Kubi on his backhand right to the front. Andrew was trying to find it, and Delaware will move out. Olensky, he'll throw it in deep. Swept aside by Kellogg. Quinn towards the net, tipped in front. It is under the pad of Shane Cook, and he gets the whistle.
Really nice deflection there from Olensky in tight. Shane Cook had to scramble over to get that one covered up with his glove. First true opportunity the Blue Hens have felt what honestly feels like all game. Shane Cook has not been tested all too much. That's only the 6th shot on goal he's faced, but that was a high danger chance for the Blue Hens right there.
Face off to the left of goalie Shane Cook. It is won by Virginia Tech, but Delaware has control now behind the net. It's Lawson coming out to the front, turning and shooting, hits the side of the net.
Lawson trying to do it all himself right there, takes it around the back of the goal, goes over to the right of Shane Cook and rips it off the side of the cage.
Back the other way comes Virginia Tech. That one was swept away by Flom. Gordon on the pass. And here is Campbell. He shoots one. That was blocked. That was Lipinski on the block. And it stays in the offensive zone. That is Sanger shot. Rebound. Oh, Campbell had an entire cage to look at, but he just whiffed on it.
Campbell with an empty net. He had a one-timer in the slot and just fanned on the shot. Nearly 4-0 Hokies right there. As good as Joe Cooper's been, that would have been a dive and a half to get back over to that puck.
Virginia Tech still battling right at the blue line. Greco now gets it out. He'll gain the red and fire it in. This goes around the wall. Kevin McAfee there. Campbell stretches it out, and he goes there. Campbell will dump this in. He needs a change. He's going to go off 4-1, and all 5 Virginia Tech Hokies get a change.
Yeah, poor time change there. This could be a break for Lawson.
Lawson had a bit of room, but Virginia Tech swallows him up. Peduzzi, he's going to try to go wide. He'll fire this one off the pad, trying to get it to Cam Kazai.
I was about to say, it looked like he was shooting for a rebound right there as Cam Kazai was streaking down the left wing.
And right at center, Garlock. He'll push it near side. Kazai's going to be the first one there. Here's Kazai. He'll shoot one, trying to go high short side on the blocker side of Hooper, but he makes the stop with his shoulder.
Yeah, Cam Kazai trying to go short side on Hooper right there, trying to catch him off guard. He had a lot of room on the high glove. Thought that if he went high blocker, Hooper wouldn't see it coming. Hooper with a nice adjustment late, throwing that right arm out there to deflect it out of play.
Face off to the right of Hooper. Sharp wins it. Kazai hits the ice. He was taken down that time by Buckman. And Delaware will move it out to center. Kramer tips it past Sullivan. Sullivan is after it. On his backhand, he turns it over. Kramer behind the net, looking for help. He's going to go to the point with it. It's Engelman. There's a shot from Stam right to Kramer, and he puts it through the crease.
He was looking for Sharp on the redirect afterwards. He had a nice one-time opportunity just below the right circle.
Right in front, Sharp, and they score! It's Brendan Stam, and Delaware is on the board. They're back in it, 3-1.
Blue Hens have some life. Stam with a rocket over the glove of Shane Cook. Little brain fart on my part right there, but that was a bullet from Stam. Great pass by Sharp, finding him in the slot. Little lapse in the defensive formation from Virginia Tech right there. Left Stam open in the slot. They've done such a good job at forcing turnovers in the defensive zone today. That time they let Sharp get a little bit too much time behind the net. He has the time to look around, survey his options for passing, sees Stam with that golden look in the high danger slot, and he makes no mistakes going high glove on Shane Cook.
And a good play by Stam just to kind of find himself in that loose area. No one around him, just kind of got lost in the coverage. And he buries it right from the middle of the slot. So Delaware back in this one. It's 3-1. Virginia Tech, though, still controlling the pace of this game.
Yeah, they sure are. Still outshooting them 22-7, but thanks to Joe Hooper, Delaware only trails by 2, and they've got an opportunity for another one here.
It's Mihalios in alone on goal, and a save by Cook. It goes right through the crease. The net comes off its moorings. Ref doesn't see it, and play continues as Virginia Tech will move out.
Yeah, Shane Cook got his left pad on that one as he deflected it wide through the 5-hole, and it just squirted through. And this net is still off its moorings, and there's been no whistle.
The ref's still not looking at the net. Shane Cook yelling at him to fix it, and he's still not fixing it.
That one's off the crossbar at the other end.
Goodness, I was busy focusing down here. I missed that.
Shot from Chris Kuby on the left side had Joe Hooper beat high glove, rang off the crossbar and out of play.
And Cook will fix his own net.
Yeah, that was funny to watch. He was just yelling at the referee saying, look here, look here.
And so this faceoff stays in the offensive zone for Virginia Tech. It is one back to Getz, and he will send it around. Kevin McAfee at center. He'll put it off the wall, Chris Kuby, and he'll put it in deep. First one there is Getz. That is Aiden Getz. And into the middle, Andrew for Kuby, puts it low, and a save by Hooper with the pad.
Great pass there by Andrew, going backhand to Kuby, who was just to his right in the slot. Kuby rips it off the pad of Joe Hooper. Another good opportunity for the Hokies.
Here's Fantozzi. He'll put it off the wall, tipped in by Kuby, and he's going to get after it. Watched by Getz, Chris Kuby goes behind the net. Right to the point, McAfee, he shoots one, save, rebound, Andrew, it sits there, Joe Hooper has it, and he gets the whistle.
Hooper's able to cover that shot from the point by McAfee. The shot from McAfee itself was nothing too bad. Hooper got that one down with the blocker pretty easily, but that rebound to Ian Andrew, great stop by Joe Hooper, getting his glove on that one and covering it up. Boy, has he been busy in this one.
He has. Already 25 shots on goal, he's made 22 saves. And for some goalies, that's as many shots as you see in a night. And we're not even halfway through this game.
Yeah, on the other side of the ice, in the game we just called, Maryland finished the day with 24 shots on goal against UNC.
And that one went to overtime.
Yeah.
Here is Flom. Josh Flom trying to move out of his own end. He will. He will move through center and dump it in. Max Sullivan will turn and fire it the other way. And here comes Virginia Tech. They have a break. Maybe some numbers. Campbell shoots. Blocker saved by Hooper.
Another blocker save for Hooper right there. Nice job challenging Campbell on that shot, skating out of his crease and forcing him to make a decision.
And we got a penalty upcoming. This is going to go against Virginia Tech. It was Max Sullivan who delivered a hit on Nick Lawson, and Lawson made the move around him trying to get to the goal, and Sullivan is heading to the box for Virginia Tech. So we get our first look at the Delaware power play now. And they have a chance to do something and get themselves even more back in this game.
Yep, the signal was an elbow on Max Sullivan, so he'll sit for 2 minutes. Let's see what this Delaware power play is up to. Usually at this D2 ACHA level, you see either a power play that relies on a lot of passing with one-timers or screens with deflections in front. We'll see which way the Blue Hens lean.
This is played down low. Flaherty, now to Olensky behind the net. He is hit by Legis and just muscled off the puck. Now Quinn to the point, but it's intercepted. And Gavin Peduzzi trying to chip it to himself. He would have been gone, and he knows it.
He knows it. He was looking skyward after chipping that puck into the Delaware bench. He was trying to go off the boards and get a breakaway on Joe Hooper. Gave a little bit too much mustard on that backhand to get it out of the zone, and it hits off the Delaware bench instead of being a pass to himself. Nearly a breakaway for Peduzzi.
There was going to be no one within 20 feet of him if he made that one work. Peduzzi again. He's trying to cut to the middle. This time he turns it over. Vecchio walks and shoots. And a big stop with the glove, Shane Cook.
Shane Cook stopping Vecchio on the one-timer right there. Looks like they were trying to go for a deflection in tight. Olinsky was standing in the slot.
And a minute 36 remaining on the power play. Face-off won by Peduzzi. Trying to clear his McAfee. He will push it up the wall and not out. Good keep. That time by Vecchio. Now Flaherty to Vecchio. Across that is Greco, and now Quinn. He'll go near side, Flaherty, and a penalty upcoming, a call right in front of the net. It's going to go against Delaware, and that'll
leave things up. They're going to get a cross-check in front here on Olinsky.
Slash. I think that's what I saw.
We'll see.
We'll see who they take. It's
Olinsky.
Olinsky going to the box. Slashing
it is a slash.
the call.
Okay. So slash in front. Let me pull up my instant replay real quick to get a better look at what just happened here. So Olinsky was working in the front. And, yep, okay, he got a little bit too physical trying to break up a passing lane. Virginia Tech was breaking up a passing lane where Olinsky was trying to get the puck in the slot. Got a little bit too physical with his response to that play. Officials notice it. We're 4-on-4 for about a minute and 20 seconds.
So 4-on-4 hockey, more room out there. This is Engelman. Engelman's going to put it low on Cook. Rebound comes to Stam, the goal scorer for Delaware. Stam's going to circle the zone. He was going to shoot one, and that hits off a stick and goes out of play.
Yep, deflected by Stewart right there, Virginia Tech. He gets a chunk of it and forces it out of play. Delaware with some new life in them after that goal from Stam. They're playing with a lot more confidence out there. Virginia Tech getting skated around right now. First taking that penalty. Now in the 4-on-4, it seems like Delaware's got the speed to match their pace of play.
12-16 remaining in the period. Still a minute to go on that first power play. And then Virginia Tech will head to an abbreviated power play. Fantozzi moves out with it. Engelman eyes him up. Fantozzi will rim it around. Austin Hearn. He's looked at by Buckman, and now it's Kramer. Kramer to Engelman. Engelman through the red line and into the offensive zone. He's going to put it into the far corner. It's Stam. Stam will cycle this in deep looking for Kramer, but Brian Rice is in the way. And Rice has some room. He's going to get his head up and make a play. This is Trevor Kellogg now. Tough bounce off the wall, but Kellogg stays with it. Kellogg will shoot it. Blocker saved by Hooper. Collision behind the net. That was Mihalios and Hearn. And now it's Kramer. Brian Kramer. He'll come near side. Dimitri Mihalios. Mihelios to the middle, looking for a shot. He pulls the trigger, blocked by Kellogg.
Really good job by Kellogg right there, standing his ground. Mihelios being as patient as possible. Kellogg even more so.
Look out
the
here.
block there and a nice shot. Good save there on Garlock from Joe Hooper.
Kazai, Garlock scores! Ethan Garlock on the pass from Cam Kazai. It might have hit a Blue Hen defender in front, but it is 4-1 Virginia Tech.
I believe that it did hit a Blue Hen defender in front. That was Patrick Flaherty who's trying to block that shot from Ethan Garlock. Garlock getting robbed by Joe Hooper right before that. The rebound squirts out to Cam Kazai, who carries it behind the net. Garlock goes back to the slot, rips a one-timer, deflects it off of Flaherty, and it's 4-1 Hokies.
And Hokies continuing to control the pace of this game. They add their 4th of the night, and they regain that 3-goal lead. And they're right back at it. Here comes Peduzzi. That one was swept away. Good play that time by McManus. And a stick. Oh, my goodness. That stick just went flying out of play over the Virginia Tech bench. That was a helicopter. Oh, my gosh. Cam Kazai's stick absolutely bulleting towards the Virginia Tech bench.
And still in one piece. They just handed it back to the coach.
How? How is that in one piece? To the middle. Garlock again trying to pull the trigger. It was poked away by Lipinski.
Same looking play right there. Flaherty was in front yet again.
Garlock trying to muscle his way to the front. A backhand pass from Quinn into the middle. And McManus will move out. McManus into the offensive zone, trying to get it around Legis. He can't. And here is J.H. Legis. And he's going to gain some speed. Look out here. Legis going wide. Legis is going to go behind the net, but Flaherty takes it away from him. And it'll be moved near side. Lawson, he'll chip it out. Legis back to his defensive position, and he'll give a cross for Trevor Kellogg, who's going to ice this one. Oh, they say no. It was tipped. So no icing. Flaherty behind the net. Again, he'll push it near side. It's kept in by Kellogg, but only for the moment, as Lawson will turn and push it out. Battle for possession at center. Greco dumps it in. Cook out to stop it. Davidovitz will play it around. Emil Carrick now off the bench. Puts it towards the net. 9.5 minutes to go in the period. This is played out to center. Andrew takes a check. He gets right back up, and he's going to play this one in deep. It's Emil Carrick there for Delaware. It hits the linesman and stays in the offensive zone.
Second time that the linesman's been involved in a play. First one caused an offside for Virginia Tech. This one keeps the puck in the offensive zone for them.
Flom for Delaware, trying to get it out. He faces pressure from two Hokies. Andrew trying to pull the trigger, can't.
Flubbed the shot right there. Good defensive positioning from Getz to get in front of that opportunity for Andrew.
And this puck played far side. It is Getz trying to move it along. And now Davidovitz will move it back for Virginia Tech. Campbell trying to get around Emil Carrick. No call there. Campbell, good poke there by Greco, but now it's Tyler Gordon moving into it.
Textbook defense from Greco right there. Let's see if the Blue Hens can recover again.
And a tip on net that time by Campbell was stopped by Hooper. And Delaware needs a change. They can only get one off, though.
Hits the linesman again right there, Andrew.
Jeez. Kept in. Shot by Gordon. Pad stop there by Hooper.
Nice job by Joe Hooper realizing where that play was going. He moved to that spot before the pass even got to Gordon.
Sullivan, he'll turn away from pressure. That was DeMasters on the pressure. This comes to Marshall Campbell. Right at the blue line, he'll fire it in. Now it's Aiden Getz. Getz is going to leave this for Emil Carrick. He'll swing it up the wall, but taken back by Virginia Tech. A saucer pass across, good stick by Vecchio to break it up for the moment. Peduzzi in deep. Cam Kazai on the ice. Top line for Virginia Tech out there. Rice to Kazai. He's going to turn away from pressure. Back to the point, it's Rice. And across Sullivan. Looking Kazai, he'll put this one wide.
That pass is on target by Sullivan. That's probably another goal for Cam Kazai. He had a wide open one-timer on that left circle.
And Cam Kazai can absolutely rip the puck.
Here we go.
And look out here. It's DeMasters the other way. Trying to cut to the middle, and a good stick by Brian Rice.
Great recovery by Rice, not only to get back, but also to put that stick in the passing lane. Breaking up that opportunity for DeMasters.
Sullivan back in his defensive zone. He'll fly it far side. Ethan Garlock just scored the most recent goal for Virginia Tech. Peduzzi to the front. Oh, what a save! Joe Hooper. Oh, my goodness.
Well, the two times I've been speechless tonight, both have involved Cam Kazai. The first one, that beautiful wraparound goal. That one, Joe Hooper absolutely robbing Cam Kazai in tight. We're watching it one more time. What a beautiful stop that was by number 33 for the Blue Hens. Diving to his right, true desperation save, gets a blocker on it, and it deflects out of play. Amazing stop there from Joe Hooper.
And we are going to get a media timeout, so we will just step away for a couple seconds and be right back. Just a quick media timeout, and we are back. A quick score update behind us. UNC Wilmington currently leading Ryder by a score of 2-0, and they are out shooting him by 11, 24-13. So UNC Wilmington controlling play over there.
Yeah, the Seahawks came to play on the rink behind us, absolutely shutting down the Bronx so far in that one.
And here on the South rink, here comes Stam. Already has a goal tonight. He fires that one, and Kevin McAfee with the stick puts it up into the netting.
More great positioning from these Hokie defensemen. Kevin McAfee that time deflecting it out of play, but that's been the story of the game for the Hokies so far. Every time Delaware's had one of those odd man rushes or entries into the zone where they're trying to get one-on-one against Cook, their defensemen are just perfectly positioned, either blocking the shots or deflecting them out of harm's way.
McAfee's going to throw it near side off the wall. And a bit of a race for it here. Buckman and Tulo. Buckman gets there first. Now Engelman. He will stretch it through center, but right back for the Hokies. Stewart moves in now, trying to drag around Buckman, couldn't do so. It is reversed by Sharp to Buckman. And Michael Buckman back to Joey Engelman. Now to Sharp. Sharp goes across to Stam. Stam's going to shoot one, and again, it's that stick of Kevin McAfee, and it goes up into the netting.
Yeah, I could say the exact same thing that I just said. Beautiful defensive positioning from Kevin McAfee right there to deflect that one out of play. That's just the big thing for the Blue Hens is because of how well the Hokies are blocking shots, they really aren't getting anything into Shane Cook for high-danger chances.
Face off to the right of goalie Shane Cook. Shots are 28-11 in favor of the Hokies. Off the draw, this is Dean Hearn. He's going to move out to center and give it to Andrew. Ewan Andrew will tip it around, and Lipinski now for Delaware will move it up the wall. Flaherty turns it over. Look out. Andrew shoots one and a blocker save. That time by Hooper, and the puck gets back to him, and he covers.
Yeah, Andrew took a little bit too long to corral that puck. If he had shot that one quicker, he could have caught Joe Hooper off guard. But Hooper is able to stand his ground, get in position on that one, deflect it with his glove into the ice, and then cover it up.
And Andrew also had Chris Kuby going hard to the net. There was no one around him. Andrew elected to take the shot.
Yeah, in that situation, if you're a skater, sometimes when you're trying to corral the puck and you don't know how long you have, you panic and just throw it at the net. You don't necessarily look around for all of your options.
Didn't get a chance to get his head up and make maybe the smarter play. Vecchio makes a move around right to the goal. Big save by Shane Cook.
Shane Cook throwing out the blocker right there. Beautiful move by Vecchio to get in alone, and a better stop by Shane Cook.
Vecchio back in his defensive end now. Will play the outlet pass for Mihelios, and now for DeMasters. Drops it Mihelios. He'll cut to the middle and shoot one, and once again, it's the defensive sticks of Virginia Tech causing trouble for the Blue Hens.
That time it was Dean Hearn, the big the big sophomore out of North Carolina for the Hokies. His brother, Austin, a forward for the team.
The Hearns from Cary, North Carolina. This one is won by Virginia Tech in their defensive zone. Campbell will backhand this off the glass. Gets it center, stops it. And Campbell will give it back to Rice and across to Sullivan. Up for Gordon. He tips it in but takes a big hit right by the penalty box. And another big hit. That was Getz on the check, that time on Seng.
Seng gets right back up, but Getz has definitely made his presence known on this shift.
Sullivan, he'll push it deeper. Campbell, he's got Milcaric on him. Quinn comes in to help. Gordon is also there. The middle, they shoot. Oh, it just flutters wide. That shot came from Arthur Sang.
Arthur Sang with a knuckle puck right there. That thing fluttered just wide. That was a big change of pace shot. That would have definitely fooled Joe Hooper if it stayed on net.
Joe Hooper was expecting the fastball, and Sang gave him a changeup. Brian Rice. Campbell will tip it into the offensive zone. Top line getting out there now for Virginia Tech. At center, McManus couldn't handle. It's Ethan Garlock for Cam Kazai. He's going to send this rink wide. Peduzzi right to the middle. Garlock! Oh, what a save by Hooper! You're kidding me, Joe Hooper.
Joe Hooper with another another 10-bell stop right there, this time on Ethan Garlock. He has put the Blue Hens on his back. He is refusing to let them have this game get out of reach.
Oh, my goodness. Joe Hooper.
His 25th save of the game, that one.
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Put him on Sports Center. Put him on Sports Center. Face off in neutral ice right in front of the Virginia Tech bench. Taking control now by Delaware. They'll move it out to center. Legas has to go through his legs. And Gavin Peduzzi is back for it, captain of Virginia Tech. Kevin McAfee goes rink wide. Kazai, pass into the middle. Garlock, Legas going to the net.
Again.
Oh, Hooper comes out to play it. Peduzzi's got it. Hooper back in his goal. Garlock shoots just wide.
That puck was rolling on Peduzzi. If that was a flat puck, he probably shoots it while Hooper's still out of his net, but still a great play by Joe Hooper, being aggressive right there. Break up a potential opportunity for J.H. Legas right before that.
The Blue Hens will be able to move it out to center, but J.H. Legas back for it. He'll give to McAfee. Off the wall right to Buckman. And now it's Nick Lawson again. He has it stolen. Peduzzi puts it in deep. That top line needs a change, and they will get one. Engelman from his own end. Josh Flom receives the pass, and he'll dump it in. Cook makes the stop. 3 minutes to go in this second period. Thank you for joining us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Oh, that's awesome. So there's a Hearn legacy at Virginia Tech, I guess. How cool is that? So Dean and Austin just carrying on the legacy.
Oh, that's so cool.
Super cool stuff. Thank you for letting us know that. So 2:49 remaining in this second period. 4-1 is your score. Shots are 29-15 in favor of the Burgundy and Orange. This will be rimmed around as the period just ends behind us.
We have an icing here.
And an icing against Virginia Tech. So as we mentioned, 3 games today on the Maryland Hockey Network. We've got 3 tomorrow. It all starts with Virginia Tech and Rowan at 2:15. And then we have Rider and NC State at 6 p.m. And then, of course, Maryland and High Point at 8:30. So make sure to tune into that if you want to catch some more ACC showcase action.
Yeah, that'll be another fun slate of games. We watched Rowan play earlier today. That is a team that scores quick and plays hard. That'll be a fun matchup between them and the Virginia Tech Hokies tomorrow.
And Rowan, the reigning champions of the ACCHL, and we saw them. They did come to play early, but they gave up a 4-goal lead to Penn State and actually gave up 7 goals in the second half of that game. And they ended up losing 7-5.
Yeah, the Ice Lions really kicked into another gear around the halfway point of the second period, down 4-0 in that game. They got a power play goal from Xander Faust, and then it all just spiraled out of control for Rowan from there.
So we will get a face-off back at neutral ice. Stewart and Sharp on the draw. It is won by Virginia Tech, and it'll be dumped in by Dean Hearn. Flaherty, now to Lipinski. He's going to look up ice. Stretch pass intercepted by Stewart. And at center, he looked to dump it in. Can't quite do it, but Tulo will. Back for it, Sean Lipinski. He's got pressure from Austin Hearn. Flaherty has it go over his stick, and Kramer near side. They battle in the corner. And out with it comes the Blue Hens. Floated to center. Stam almost had a break. Back forward is Sullivan. Stam now right to the front, saved by Cook, and it squirts away from him, and now Austin Hearn will move out with it.
Stam tried to go short side on Cook right there. The big goalie getting his shoulder up. Didn't quite have the post sealed, but he had a little shove with his right shoulder at the end there to get that puck.
This will be played at center now by Andrew, and he gives to his teammate just off the skate of Fantozzi. Couldn't quite handle it cleanly.
Fantozzi trying to come in alone on Joe Hooper yet again. Just could not quite handle that one cleanly off the pass from Ian Andrew.
Fantozzi trying to put it back towards the net. It gets back out to center. Delaware needs a change badly. They get two of their forwards off. Brian Rice, far side for Kubi. It was a good look. And it just kind of exploded off the stick of Chris Kubi. Right back to the front. That was Rice on the shot. It comes back to Rice. He shoots again, and a save by Hooper.
That first shot from Rice, a beautiful deflection opportunity for Dom Fantozzi. There was nobody in front of him. If he gets a stick on that, that's going over the glove of Joe Hooper.
Max Sullivan off the wall. Fantozzi will dump it in right on net, and Joe Hooper wants no further play. He will cover for the whistle.
That is save number 26 for Joe Hooper right there. As we have 35 and a half seconds left in this second period, Hokies lead 4-1 over the Blue Hens. And McAfee and Lagos back out on the ice for Virginia Tech. I feel like they've been out there the whole game.
Yeah, pretty much. They have had a lot of ice time, this top pairing for Virginia Tech. But, I mean, when you're playing that good defensively, I mean, and you can really see the two different styles of play coming into play. I mean, Kevin McAfee, who I actually played with growing up, a super good defensive defenseman, and J.H. Lagos can kind of do it all.
Yeah, super smooth skater J.H. Lagos has a great offensive and defensive mind, plays so well at both ends of the ice. Not to say that Kevin McAfee doesn't, but he's a defensive specialist. J.H. Lagos is a big two-way guy.
And here comes Virginia Tech. One more chance in the period. A shot, they score! Oh, with .8 seconds on the clock. Marshall Campbell. Are you kidding me, VT? Wow.
5-1 Hokies, less than a second remaining in this second period. Marshall Campbell in the 2-on-1 rips a one-timer. A diving Joe Hooper, who's done it 3 times so far this game, can't get it a fourth. 5-1 Hokies. What a shot from Campbell. A buzzer beater for Virginia Tech in this second period.
And what a way to end the period for the Hokies. And they will take a 4-goal lead into the break. And we will have one more period of hockey for you on the Maryland Hockey Network here today from the ACC Showcase, as the fellows will head to the room, rest up, and get ready for the third period. We will see you back after intermission. Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for period 3 here between the Delaware Blue Hens and the Virginia Tech Hokies. And if you take a look in the top left of your screen, that'll tell you just about everything you need to know about how this game has gone. It has been Virginia Tech all the way, and it was capped off at the end of last period with a Marshall Campbell goal with less than a second to go. And the Hokies are right back on the attack here to start the third.
Yeah, Cam Kazai nearly bearing a rebound right there, but I was just going to make a joke saying that this game is much less controversy-laden than the one across us, apparently.
Yeah.
Some emphatic hockey parents watching that UNC Wilmington versus Rider game on the rink behind us.
What's better than some good hockey parents, dude? Absolutely nothing. And the score check behind us, Wilmington is still up, but it's now 2-1. Rider just scored a couple seconds ago to make that game a one-goal game, but we are focused here, and thank you, Sam, for the kind words. We really appreciate it. We have so much fun doing this, and we're excited for the rest of the weekend, and hopefully the Maryland Hockey Network can make this a tradition and do this every year. That's our goal, and we love doing it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We wouldn't be able to do it if no one tuned in, so a huge shout-out to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys, as long as you guys are watching, that means that we're allowed to keep on doing this. So tell everyone you know to tune in.
Absolutely. We will be doing all 3 Virginia Tech games this weekend. That is kind of just how our schedule worked out. But we will see a lot of the Hokies here in Springfield, Virginia.
A lot of the Hokies for the last 2 weeks.
Honestly. It's all right. It's a good team to watch.
Yeah.
They do a lot of good things.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Really good passing, really good offensive zone possession. All their goalies have stopped everything in sight.
Yes. As we get a face-off here in the defensive zone for the Hokies. And Delaware just hasn't been able to mount anything, just struggling to get it cleanly out of their own end and really make any clean zone entries. Only 16 shots up to this point.
Yeah, they had that one little burst of life after that goal from Stam, but aside from that, about 3 to 4 minute stretch, it's been Virginia Tech this entire evening.
And here is an icing back the other way. And a minute and a half gone in this third.
Yep, we'll see an offensive zone draw for the Blue Hens right here. See if they can spark something off of this icing.
Face off to the right of Shane Cook. Shane Cook, a junior from New Providence, New Jersey. Shout out Matt Fusillo.
I guarantee you he's not watching right now.
I promise he's not watching. This one is spun in deep by Vecchio. Now DeMaster's on it. He's got Mihalios with him. Stewart all over him. Now it's Vecchio for Delaware. Vecchio's got some options. He'll go to Neil Carrick there. Trying to put it towards the net. And this one is swept into the Virginia Tech bench. Look out.
Matthew Tulo trying to clear the puck right there off the boards. Gets a little bit too far under it. Sends it into all of his own teammates.
Oh, boy, and we are tied behind us. Ryder has just put 2 quick ones on the board. And it is 2-2.
Yeah, there are a lot of Rider fans in the crowd here at the St. James. They'll definitely let us know if the Bronx score.
That should be a good ending to that one.
Yeah.
As that one is swept on net. Good pad stop by Cook. Had to be ready right off the face-off. And back forward is Getz. He's going to swing it around. Mihalios can't get it out. Kellogg's going to shoot it. Saved by Hooper. Fantozzi. They battle in the corner.
Fantozzi had that rebound on his backhand. If he has a forehand right there, that's a one-timer off the pad of Joe Hooper.
Dean Hearn will play it to Trevor Kellogg. And trying to get it back for Hearn, it comes right to Shane Cook, and he's going to cover.
No risks from Shane Cook here in the third period. Only faced 17 shots so far, 16 saves for number 30 in the Burgundy.
And still plenty more games to come here tonight at the St. James. We will not have coverage of them, but let's take a look.
Yes, I believe West Virginia has the next game on this sheet.
It is West Virginia and UNC Charlotte behind us, and then it will be Princeton and Duke on this ice right in front of us.
Well, that would have been a fun one to stay around for, but I definitely need to get home after this game.
Yeah, it's been a long day here, but we are right back at it tomorrow. First game at 2:15. As they battle in this near corner. 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Still 5-1 Virginia Tech. Fantozzi. I believe, knock it out of the air.
I believe that 2:15 game tomorrow is another Virginia Tech one, Andrew.
It is. Virginia Tech and Rowan. Andy will be on the call for that one. I will also be
you're
there.
right.
Andy will be on the call. I will be doing color for that game. As this is Olensky, he'll move it out to center. McManus after it delivers a check to Kellogg, and Kellogg able to get it away from McManus, but McManus steals right back. Now Olensky is going to move it off the wall right to Trevor Kellogg. And right at center, Delaware moves back in, but we get a whistle for a hand pass.
Well, hand pass will bring this one back out to neutral. Blue Hens finally starting to get a little offensive zone entry there, and can't even do that part right. It's just been everything's going wrong for Delaware in this one.
So a draw right at neutral, right at center ice. Flom and Sang on it. Flom will win this one cleanly, and Engelman over to Buckman and right back to Engelman. He will send this the length of the ice right on Shane Cook. And Campbell now to Sang. He plays it through center. Engelman can't control. Buckman has to go back for it. He's got Tyler Gordon on him. Joey Engelman now for Delaware. 4 minutes gone in the period.
Yeah, it looks like the Hokies are playing with a little less urgency in this third period, have that 4-goal lead and a massive advantage in the shots on goal department. They don't want to run up the score too badly. They're just trying to play some keep away, keep their ground, and get out of this one with a win.
This comes back for Kevin McAfee. He's got Flom all over him. McAfee's going to throw it around the wall. First one there is Greco. Played in deep. Kevin McAfee on it. Garlock meets two Blue Hens on the wall. And Flom trying to dig it out of there. Lawson also in there. To the point now. Milkarek, a shot goes wide. Campbell chops at that one. Can't get it out. And he'll have a second attempt, and now he will. And at center, Garlock. Oh, big hit. Milkarek delivering that one on Ethan Garlock. You can feel that one across the ice.
Yeah, Milkarek making his presence known here in the St. James. Ethan Garlock tries to carry that one into the offensive zone, and Milkarek says no way. Absolutely leveling number 3 in Burgundy at neutral.
And icing was waved off there. And this will give Virginia Tech a chance to come back with the puck. Peduzzi, he's going to go wide. He'll shoot one blocker save. Now Garlock. A rolling puck, he'll play it in deep. Right back for Garlock, and that one was swept away. Garlock kind of was a stick in the way, didn't get all of what he wanted on that shot.
I think he was trying to go for the pass across to Cam Kazai, keeping it along the ice. That's going to be a layup for number 41 if that pass is clean.
Cam Kazai behind the net trying to dig it out. And now it is Gavin Peduzzi to the point. Sullivan across. Rice and Sullivan. Sullivan's going to shoot one, and through traffic, Joe Hooper makes the glove stop.
Ethan Garlock potentially looking for a tip right there, but just really good puck movement by the Hokies on that possession. A lot of passing around the points, forcing Delaware to move around their goaltender, setting up lots of screens. Not a good line of sight for Joe Hooper on that one, but he snags it out of the air anyways.
14-14 is the time remaining on the clock. This one is shot just wide. And it is Stam near side. He's going to flip this high into the air. Trevor Kellogg will glove it down. Kellogg will move this out to center. And Sharp back to his defenseman Lipinski, and Quick up now. And back comes Virginia Tech. It's Tulo. Into the middle, Austin Hearn. That puck just kind of exploded off his stick. And Kramer back the other way.
Yeah, Hearn trying to go for one more pass on that tic-tac-toe. Unfortunately, the tic-tac part fell off of his stick before he could get the toe on his right side.
Austin Hearn takes a check from Sharp, but moves it to Stewart. He's stick-checked right at the line, and Austin Hearn will move in now. Hearn trying to dangle around. Almost worked. And now Ethan Sharp, the captain for Delaware, will backhand it to center. Stewart, look out, door is open. That could have been dangerous. And Joe Hooper will cover with 13:20 on the clock.
Yeah, that was almost really bad. The Delaware door was open with the puck right in front of it, lining up for a check right there were a couple of Hokies, and if contact had been made, that could have been a very dangerous play. But we're all good. We're all good.
Oh, yeah, we're all good. No worries. Not even close. In the corner, Lipinski. He will reverse. That was Buckman, excuse me. He reverses it for Mihalios. Dimitri Mihalios trying to carry it out. Vecchio near side. It comes back for Engelman and Buckman. Plays that up one plays that one up to DeMasters. He dumps it in. Cook stops. McAfee off the glass. It does get out just barely, and Buckman will have to retreat. DeMasters right at center. He's got pressure all over.
Chris Kuby tried to hit him right there, didn't quite connect, and it turned into a nice little opportunity for DeMasters to break it in there.
J.H. Legis for Virginia Tech has that one stolen away. And it's Mihelios. Mihelios walking down the wall, right to the middle. Vecchio, can he put it on net? Saved by Cook. Another one. It was blocked in front. And finally, Legis is able to clear. Will it get out? Yes.
Great passing there. Vecchio with a golden chance in tight, and Mihelios right after him. Shane Cook made at least one save. I think he got two at the end of it. But a lot of golden chances, a loose puck, and nearly a 2-on-1 for the Hokies right there. Good recovery by Delaware.
And that was Joey Engelman on the recovery. A good play from the Blue Hen defenseman. Sullivan behind his own net. He's got McManus on him. This is played to center and a good touch pass. Now for Marshall Campbell. Campbell has it poked away by Getz, and a delayed offside will force Virginia Tech to retreat. 11:45 to go in regulation time. Falling to the ice that time was Quinn, and this is dumped in by Sullivan. After it, Campbell and Mielkarek. They meet on the half wall. And just a little bit of pushing and shoving there.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little. Just some friendly pushing and shoving.
That's what hockey's all about.
Absolutely. You hate each other for 60 minutes, and then you shake hands at the end of it.
Yep.
And this is offside at the Delaware line.
11:15 to go here in the third period. Still a 5-1 lead for the Hokies. Delaware's starting to get back into this one a little bit. Virginia Tech clearly playing with less urgency than they did in the first two periods. Blue Hens up to 23 shots on goal. They've held Virginia Tech to only 34 at this point, which, with how the pacing was looking for a while, not bad.
Not bad. And also, as we mentioned, the goals per game average of Virginia Tech, their shots per game average coming into last weekend was 56. Ridiculous.
And when we saw them play Maryland, we saw why it was 56.
Yes, we did. And I believe they put up somewhere close to that in both games against the Terps.
Yeah, their first game I know they got 51. The second one I think they may have gotten over 60.
Wow. So in terms of that, Delaware doing a decent job at limiting chances for the Hokies here tonight. Quinn turns that one over at center. It's Gavin Peduzzi. He has to wait for Kazai to get onside. So he will play it back for Davidovitz. Peduzzi dumps it in, and he's going to get after it. Getz is going to be the first one there. He chops at it, goes up into the air, and sits down right in the corner. Mielkarek is there, and it's Cam Kazai. Takes a check from Getz. 10.5 minutes to go. And McManus will look to clear. He can't. Garlock, he'll play it near side. It's Dean Hearn. Hearn will walk down the wall. Gets away from Olensky. And now Quinn in deep for Delaware. He turns it over. Davidovitz at the point. That puck rolled away from him. He'll put it in deep. Mielkarek trying to get it out. He still can't. Garlock.
Really good pressure here from the Hokies. They've got nice passing at the blue line right now. They just need to get one chance down low for their forwards. What a weird bounce that took in the corner.
And that's going to work out for Delaware. They are able to get it out as Peduzzi goes down behind the play.
Looked like it hit the rink door on the side there and took a crazy deflection right into the slot.
And back comes Virginia Tech. Garlock trying to dangle around in a good defensive play that time. That was very alley. And now Matthew Tula moves back in. Garlock trying to dangle around in another good defensive play. That time it was Sean Lipinski.
He was trying to do a give and go right there with Matthew Tulo, but that, as you said, that was a good defensive stick to break up that pass.
Lipinski in the far corner. He's got Stewart all over him. Now it's very alley. He's going to walk away with the puck, and he will make a backhand pass up to Greco. This will be fired in just wide of Shane Cook, and he's going to cover and get the whistle with 9:07 on the clock.
Yep, it's clear the name of the game for Virginia Tech at this point is kill the clock without getting too much extra damage in here. The last thing you want to do in a game like this is risk an injury for trying to get in an extra goal in a game that you've got under control. But really good effort by the Hokies here today. Obviously, they were in control this entire time. Delaware trying to get some moral wins at the end here.
Kevin McAfee trying to lift this out. Flaherty had to retreat for it, so it will come out to center. Lipinski near side. Off the skate of Austin Hearn. Lipinski has to go back for it. Flaherty. And Lipinski is going to send this the length of the ice. That will be icing against Delaware.
Yep, sets up an offensive zone draw for the Hokies right here. Lipinski, he's been out there for the Blue Hens for a while. I believe his shift is coming up on a minute 30 right now. Probably a little upset with himself that he ended up icing that puck.
Face off to the left of Joe Hooper, who, all things considered, has been very good tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He's done everything he possibly can, especially in that first and second period, to keep Virginia Tech in this one. Those 10 bell saves and the 2-on-1s, and there's another one.
Right on cue, Joe Hooper, that time on Chris Kuby, and Joe Hooper sliding out confidently to make the save.
Off the pass from Brian Rice. Brian Rice was working at the left point. Chris Kuby down on the right circle. Delaware with a little lapse in their defense left Kuby wide open. Kuby decides to handle and rip a wrist shot instead of taking the one-timer. Hooper with some time to recover. Still a great save either way by big number 33.
And we will get our media timeout here for the third period. We will step aside and be right back. So 8.5 minutes on the clock as this faceoff will be dropped to the left of Joe Hooper, won by Virginia Tech. Kuby to the point. Sullivan, a quick release, finds its way back to Kuby. And deep Buckman, far wall, that's Kramer. Trying to move it up and out, but can't. Rice, he's going to move in. He's got plenty of room, and he risks one just wide and wide.
Joe Hooper did not have a great line of sight on that one because of the puck movement by Virginia Tech, forcing those screens in front of him. He just kind of had his glove in the general area, but he comes up with a stop on that one. Shot from Max Sullivan right there.
Good read from Brian Rice at center to break up what could have been a breakaway for Brendan Stam, the only goal scorer for Delaware. Buckman behind Joe Hooper. He's got pressure from Andrew. Now Kuby comes in to help. This one poked right in front. Fantozzi shoots. Kuby can't pull the trigger.
Chris Kuby looking skyward right there. He saw that empty cage right behind Joe Hooper. Just could not get his stick on the puck after the pass from Fantozzi.
A check in the corner. That's Buckman on Andrew. Two Blue Hens hit the ice. And with the puck is Fantozzi. He finds Sullivan, who shoots off the side of the net. And a penalty upcoming.
That puck was rolling on Sullivan, so he didn't shoot it cleanly. But we'll see who goes to the man advantage here. It looks like they're going to be taking off.
Well, Shane Cook did go to the bench. And it's going to be a Delaware penalty.
Oh, nope. It is going to be another power play for the Hokies.
And this is Michael Buckman heading to the box. Not sure what the call was.
Check this instant replay real quick. Any second now.
Here's Peduzzi. Peduzzi back at the point. We'll give it to Legas.
It was a hold on Buckman.
Holding is the call. Legas fires one. That goes over the net. It's kept in by Virginia Tech. Peduzzi at the point. He walks away from Variali. Cam Kazai, backhand pass to the middle. They battle for it right in front. Hooper makes a stop. Fantozzi fires it. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. Good defense from the Blue Hens there.
Great blocked shot. Cam Kazai had an open net as Joe Hooper was diving everywhere to stop all the other ones. Nice block shot by Delaware to keep that one out of the net, and another save by Hooper on Peduzzi.
And Peduzzi gets it right back at the point. Now Legas.
They've got Kazai on the right circle if they want it.
Aaron's stick on the ice. Legas. Peduzzi. Legas fires. Big save, Joe Hooper. Puck goes to the corner.
Fantosi's the only one there. Bad play by Delaware, not recovering that rebound.
Loose stick is picked up. Peduzzi walking in and firing. Hooper might have got a piece of it. Right in front, and a big save. Rebound is pushed wide, but the net came off. And we have a goal behind us. Looks like Ryder just took the lead.
Yep, with 3:43 left in that game, Ryder takes a 3-2 lead. And Andrew, your guess was right. That is a Thomas Bordelot Sharks
What a
jersey.
pull. Come on. Come on. If we didn't see the cameraman running in the back there is wearing a Sharks jersey, we were trying to figure out who was on that jersey. It is Thomas Bordelot, Michigan legend.
Born in Houston, Texas.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ah. How do you know that?
What?
How do you know that?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Just one of those Houston, Texas product, Thomas Bordelot. I don't think he's seen the NHL this year.
I don't believe he has.
He might be injured. I want to say he got injured.
Yeah,
in
I want to
camp.
say he was on their opening night roster and has not played because of injury.
Let's say he is a NHL caliber player.
Yes.
He should be in the NHL.
Well, he does have a San Jose Sharks jersey that somebody is wearing.
Someone is wearing. Someone spent money on that. Spent a lot of money, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you had to get that one custom printed. I don't
Yeah,
think they
honestly,
had Thomas Bordelot in pro stock.
That's probably $300 right there. Like, not joking. Near side, it's Quinn. Back for Mielkarek. And did that one get out? Yes, it did.
That's going to be offside. 9 seconds left on this penalty, with 5:31 remaining here in the third period. This faceoff will come back out to neutral. Virginia Tech, not quite as many looks on this power play, but Joe Hooper's come up when he's needed to. He's made a few really good stops, especially that one-timer on J.H. Legis from the left circle.
Face off at neutral ice, won by Delaware, and Mielkarek just sends this the length of the ice, and that should do it for the rest of that penalty. And Michael Buckman standing up in the box, and he hits the ice now. We are back to even strength. 5 aside, and we keep playing. Tulo throws this rink wide through center off a stick.
Played with a high stick if Virginia Tech touches it. And they do not.
This ref just looked at his friend like, I don't want to call it. As this one is turned over, Virginia Tech sweeps it back on net. And a pad stop by Joe Hooper. 36 saves for Joe Hooper here tonight. Hearn stops up, but it was poked away by Getz, and he will send this far side.
Yeah, Joe Hooper's been far from Delaware's problem in this 5-1 game. He has been amazing as his net pops off the moorings right there.
I wonder what the expected goals are in this game. We need some advanced statistics.
Yeah. I'll throw out a number and say that Joe Hooper's goals saved above expected is 5.62.
Wow. That is nothing to smirk at. So what that means is that Joe Hooper has essentially prevented 5.6 goals from going in the net.
I think that's a fair assessment based on what we've watched tonight.
Honestly, that might be a fair assessment. I mean, the danger of these chances from Virginia Tech has been constant all night. Engelman, now for Vecchio. That pass gets by him, and Dean Hearn will just fire it in. That's another save. Count it. Count it.
That one's not going to be doing too much for his goal saved above expected.
Yeah, no. Kellogg moves in and shoots one. That never got to Hooper. Behind the net, this is Mihelios. Dimitri Mihelios will move it out to center for Vecchio. And this would be offside. They will not blow the whistle. Delayed offside.
Yep. Delaware just checked up.
And this comes all the way back down into Delaware ice.
No icing.
No icing. Oh, my. All right. Some hesitant referees here.
Yeah, the linesmen just want to get this game going. They know that it's probably over at this point, so they're just keeping up the pace of play.
Hey, shout out Chris Pierce. So awesome meeting you and the crew last week. Thank you for the kind words. We appreciate it, man.
Oh, Chris.
As this one is sent all the way down by the Hokies. No icing there. 3.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. Hokies up 5-1.
Yes, thank you, Chris. You were super helpful, you and your whole team last week at getting us set up at the Lancerlot Sports Complex. And we had a lot of fun calling those games on the 25th and 26th.
Yeah, it was a good time in Roanoke. And this is Buckman in the corner. He'll play it off the wall. Does it get out? Vecchio will muscle it out. And he will send this into the cross corner. Down to about 3 minutes to go in this game. Tyler Gordon for Kevin McAfee. Down 1 stick tonight. And this is Lawson putting it towards the net, up in the air. It bounces near the goal, and it kind of bounced over the goal.
That definitely would have been a high stick on Kevin McAfee.
It definitely would have.
Tyler was way above his shoulders.
Tyler Gordon moves out, and this pass trying to spring Marshall Campbell in, swept aside by Hooper. And this is Flom. He'll play it off the wall. Another stick goes flying. What is happening?
Second one we've had in this game.
Lawson, he enters the zone. Trying to get it back from his teammate. Lipinski couldn't get it there. And now Greco at the point. Greco's going to shoot it through traffic. It was tipped, and a stop made by Cook. And this is sent the length of the ice. It hit the stick. No icing. Oh, my goodness.
That was Nick Lawson with the deflection at the other end for Delaware, nearly getting one past Shane Cook. But that should have been icing on Virginia Tech. But that stick that we saw fly up about a minute ago stops that puck right in its tracks. And Virginia Tech gets away with one. They got a change for those tired skaters.
This one played up the far wall but kept in. Kramer trying to play it deep. He has to go back out to center, and now it's Ethan Garlock. Backhand pass trying to find Peduzzi. Neil Carrick is in the way. Final minute 40 of regulation time. Brian Rice moves in. Rice turning back towards the point, looking for options. He's just going to shoot it, and Hooper reacted super late but made the save.
He was screened by Ethan Garlock right there. Garlock taking away all of his vision. There was no deflection plan from Garlock right there. His whole job was to block the sight of Joe Hooper, and he did that perfectly.
I have no idea how Hooper even knew that was coming to get that blocker out. What a stop from Joe Hooper.
You know, goalies are just built different, Andrew.
Honestly.
He's got like spider senses,
Yeah,
you know?
of course, yeah, of course. It's a sixth sense.
Yeah, they feel the puck in its just general area and know, oh, my blocker should go right here, right now.
And it was actually perfect.
Yeah.
Moving out now is Stam. Stam through center into the offensive zone. Nice move, trying to cut to the front. Kellogg pokes it away.
Under a minute to go here in the third period of this one.
Peduzzi will give to Matthew Tulo. He will get through center into the offensive zone, dump it around Buckman. This is Engelman on it. And this will be played near the blue line, but not out. And now Delaware will get it out near side. This is Davidovitz skating into it. And he will dump it in. 20 seconds to go here.
Yeah, just a really good game from Virginia Tech. They're finishing it the way that they started, playing that suffocating offensive zone style where you just maintain possession and refuse to let anything go the other way. They've dominated this game from start to finish. Hokies will extend their winning streak to 12 games in a row.
Ridiculous. And it's all Virginia Tech here on Friday night at the St. James in Springfield, Virginia. 5-1 is your final score. The Blue Hens fall at the hands of the Hokies. And that will do it for our coverage of the ACC Showcase here on Friday. But we will be right back at it tomorrow with 3 games for you and then 4 on Sunday. So make sure to tune into the Maryland Hockey Network all weekend long. And as we shake hands here at Center Ice, that is going to do it. From Andy Parr, I am Andrew Rich. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Chris Pierce, thank you. Bill Gerke, Sam Nestor, thank you guys for letting us know everything, and we appreciate the kind words. We really do. All right, everyone. That is going to do it for us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.